Guys, the Kitty G, and we're back again with another video. And today what we're going to be talking about is Lacazette. Lacazette could be leaving the club this January window, and you know what, he could be ending up in Spain. And you know what, we might be going to Spain to actually get his replacement, but from Real Madrid. Luka Jovic has been offered to the club with a possible loan deal with an option to buy. We will try to look at that and see what happens there. Also, Dani Ceballos could be making a return. Would you want Dani Ceballos to return to Arsenal? Let me know in the comment section right now. Also, we've been linked to Marcos Asensio, which was a wonder kid at Real Madrid. Absolutely was on fire, left winger, and we could need some help in that left wing. Bukayo Saka also spoke about the new revelation signing the goalkeeper, the man himself, Aaron Ramsdale. Tell me what you think about Aaron Ramsdale. Will Saliba ever play and kick a ball for Arsenal Football Club? Will he ever come back and play for Arsenal Football Club? That is the question we're going to be talking about today and more. In addition to that, we're also going to be looking at Eleney. Will he be leaving the club in January? And finally, we're going to be talking about Andrea Belotti, the Italian striker linked to Arsenal today. All this and more on egtv. Let's go! Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty G on egtv. I hope you guys are all well. Do me a favor, if you've gotten this far in the video, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this video past at least 100 likes. But yes, I am an Arsenal fan, and since there's not much going on with Arsenal and it's midweek fixtures of Champions League and Europa League and we have nothing better to do, I might as well bring you some of the transfer stories and everything and keep you updated on what's going on. Now, lately I've been getting a lot of spammers in the chat, but if you guys can do me a favor and spam that like button, would help me out a lot. And let me know what you think about some of these transfers and some of these rumors in the comment section down below. Now, this is a live stream, so shout out to the people in the comment section. I can see Tim in the chat. Big up, Tim. Big up to everybody on Arsenal Inside Out Facebook group. If you can do me a favor, if you're on Arsenal Inside Out Facebook group, come join us on YouTube for the rest of the video. This video will now be ending on Facebook. You can watch the rest of the video by clicking on the link to the video on YouTube. Now, shout out to everybody here. Let's get started. What's the first topic of the day, you guys ask? What's the first topic of the day, you guys ask? The first topic of the day is Bukayo Saka speaking on how much he heaped praise on top of the man himself, the goalkeeper who has been outstanding for us lately, Aaron Ramsdale. Bukayo Saka, when speaking about Aaron Ramsdale, was saying he had nothing but praise to say, how confident the goalkeeper is, how he's played, how he's performed in the time that he's been here, and how much that he has appreciated what he's been doing in the time that he's been here. Aaron Ramsdale has come in and been nothing short of a revelation since joining Arsenal, and that's not even an overstatement to say the least. Winning back-to-back man of the matches, winning performance after performance. I think Ramsdale is up there currently. Ramsdale's up there currently with, wow, like signing of the season. I personally believe if Ramsdale's not already considered as one of the best signings of this season so far, I don't know what to say. Aaron Ramsdale has been performing outstanding. And since he's come into the Arsenal team, he has been one of the best players for Arsenal Football Club. He has performed week in, week out as the main goalkeeper, and he's performed to a level that is higher than most expected. I personally myself have to put my hands up and say, you know what, I did not expect these kind of performances week in, week out from an Aaron Ramsdale, but Aaron Ramsdale has performed to a level which I was even surprised at. Right now, when Bukayo Saka spoke about Aaron Ramsdale, he was heaping praises on him, and he said, Bukayo Saka said, following the performance against Leicester, he keeps surprising everybody. He was just saying how Aaron Ramsdale keeps surprising everybody. Even his teammates didn't know he was this good. The fans didn't know he was this good. Everyone didn't know he was this good. So it just keeps making everything better. And a lot of people owe Aaron Ramsdale an apology. A lot of people need to say sorry. I'm sorry for what's making you think you can sign players, Arsenal, and your manager. What? I'm so confused. Ramsdale has been an awesome keeper since coming here. Big up all the way from France. Shout out to you. I could see you. We got my guy Semantics FC in the house saying big up. Big up to you. Much love to the people over there in Africa doing their thing, my guy from in Africa. But yeah, Aaron Ramsdale has been an absolute revelation. Bukayo Saka has nothing but praise to give to Aaron Ramsdale. And when speaking about Aaron Ramsdale, he was just saying how he keeps surprising everybody and how everyone loves the fact that Aaron Ramsdale has been doing what he's been doing. I personally do. I don't know about you guys, but I personally love the fact that Aaron Ramsdale has been performing to this level. And hopefully he continues to perform at this level, because if he can do that, that would be great. And it'll just help us out, and it'll help us progress as a club even further and further up the table. So hopefully it long continues. And you know what? I'm not gonna jinx it anymore. I'm just going to move on to the next topic, because the next topic is a topic that we will be discussing all year up until the final whistle. So let's just keep it moving. Ramsdale's been awesome. Big up, blesses. Bless, bless. I'm sorry. What makes you think you can sign these players? Your Arsenal and your manager is Emery. First of all, our manager is not Emery. Our manager is Arteta, and Emery was sacked a long time ago and he's playing at Villarreal. So I don't know what you're talking about, Ginger. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, Ginger. Get it together, mate. Get it together. But yeah, moving on to the next topic, guys. So we need to talk about Saliba. What the hell is going on with Saliba? Saliba is performing outstanding over there in France, getting another player of the week for Marseille. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's getting to a point now where we cannot ignore his performances in France. His performances in France are so outstanding, so amazing, that you have to open up your eyes and just be like, you know what, this guy is putting up. He's doing the business. He's doing the absolute business. He's doing everything he needs to do to put himself in the shop window for other teams to come and grab him. And he's doing everything for us to pay attention and be like, you know what, we need to hold on to this guy. If we let him leave after these performances, it's to our own detriment. We have to give Saliba a new contract when he comes back. We have to tie him down. We cannot let him leave. We cannot let him we cannot let him. I don't care what anybody says. We cannot let him be one of these guys. You know what I mean? We cannot let him be one of these guys. We need to sort shit out, in my opinion. And if we continue to play around with Saliba, loan him out again on a fourth successive loan, then at that point we're gonna have to take a hard look at ourselves and be like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? Because this guy needs to kick a ball. He cannot be playing around in the French league for his whole life. I personally think he's good enough to start for Arsenal. And if we have Gabriel, Ben White, and William Saliba, we have three really good center backs that we can rotate. Why not? What's wrong with having three good center backs? A lot of teams have three good center backs, but I personally think if we have Saliba, Gabriel, and Ben White in the same team, we have three of the most promising up and coming center backs in the league in the same team. That would be amazing. And I think we need to hold on to Saliba. I'm very hopeful that these recent performances will change the mind of the club and Saliba will now be integrated back into the first team somehow. But in the moment, I'm 50-50. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. I'm not 100% sure what they're going to do. Hopefully, they do the business and they make sure Saliba sticks around for a little bit longer by giving him a new deal based on his performances in France, and you give him a chance at first team opportunity next season when we're back in Europe, hopefully. That is my take on the whole Saliba thing. But yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let's go. So yeah, we got talking about Ramsdale. Ramsdale is a competent keeper. Arsenal Twitter circuit jerkfest saved till the end of the summer. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. Ooh, the next one is very, very interesting because I personally don't want the guy, but let's find out a little bit about him. The next topic is we're linked to a certain Andrea Belotti from Italy. Yes, we're linked to Andrea Belotti. So let's find out how much the transfer would cost and what they're saying around this transfer. So it's looked at that Andrea Belotti would be looked at as a replacement for Lacazette. The problem is he's 27 years old. He's 27 years old. He's not a young player. He's not an up and coming player. He's pretty much established over there in Italy, but he's never left Italy. And I have concerns about adjustment periods coming to the Premier League for Italian players and adjustment periods for anyone coming into the Premier League in general. So I would prefer to buy someone within the Premier League already. But the situation with Andrea Belotti is this is it. He currently has a deal with his team until 2022. So his contract will be running down very, very soon. And the fact that we could get him possibly on a free is the thing that Arsenal would be looking at. He's a center forward who has scored goals over there in the Serie A and a numerous amount of goals over the years. He's played for the national team and got 12 goals also. His he originally was touted a couple years ago for 25 mil. I don't know how much he would be going for now, maybe 35, 40, but that's too much for me in my opinion for a gentleman who's been a journeyman all in Italy his whole career. And yes, he can score goals at a good amount over there in Serie A, but never really got the tallies of 20 goals since 2016. Since then, he's had a 26 goal performance in 2016-17, 10 goal performance in 17-18, 18-19 he had 15 goals, 19-20 he had 16 goals, and 2010-21 he had 10 goals. So his goal output has been dramatically decreasing over the past couple of years, and that shows me someone who might be either in decline or being less used by his team. I personally don't want to come near him. If we're going to spend 40 to 30 million on anybody, we should be spending it on someone who's already proven or someone who has with a younger age bracket, because the age that Belotti's at, in my opinion, with him being 27 years old, it's not really an upgrade. It's just going to cause us more issues going forward. We're going to have another spot where we use up more of our Russia spot on a player that I feel like we'll not get the best out of. Some dead signings. Yeah. There you go. Egal, Prem players don't always work out or hit the ground running. Willian and Ben White. You know what? That's true. Some of the Prem signings don't always hit the ground running. But you know what? Some of these Prem signings are better than going out and taking a gamble on an Italian player. I'm sorry. I just don't see the benefit in Arsenal going and signing Belotti when we could sign a Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins or Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Even if we want to go outside of the Premier League, I would rather. There's always going to be younger, better options in Vlahovic or Luka Jovic or Alexander Isaac. There's just so many options. I don't get why we would go for this gentleman here. Belotti to me is not that guy. He's not that guy. People smash the like button. We got 16 people here. Let's continue the conversation and smash that like button. Big up Sean in the chat. Big up Tim in the chat. My guy here is saying, Egal, who do you want to replace Lacazette? I feel like Arsenal should buy a world-class player in the next summer transfer window. Interesting take. I don't know if Arsenal will buy a world-class player. What we tend to do at Arsenal is we tend to buy players who are about to reach their peak. And is Andrea Belotti someone like that? No, I don't think Andrea Belotti is one of those guys. But one of the people that Arsenal is linked to replace Lacazette this January is somebody else. But we're going to get into that in a second. Who do I want? Who do I want as striker? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I personally want Alexander Isaac. I feel like he's a playmaking striker who can drop deep and can get in goal. He is overall a good player, and I prefer Alexander Isaac at the moment. But if you offered me Vlahovic, I don't know how he'd adjust. I think Serie A is a little bit more technically skilled, and you need to be able to play in a certain way, and it's a lot slower in pace. La Liga is a lot more technically skilled also, and a lot more slower in pace. The Premier League is a lot more fast, rugged, quick, and just very physical also. So it's very different leagues, and I might be doing it injustice speaking the way I'm speaking about the leagues. But I genuinely feel like if we do go for Vlahovic or Isaac or Dominic Calvert-Lewin, whatever we get, we're going to be underwhelmed by one portion or another of their game. So at this moment, I'm keeping my options open. I have no set one target. I have a group of players that I feel like we should go for. And if we should go for it, it's in this list. So I would go Alexander Isaac, number 1. Then I would go Dominic Calvert-Lewin, number 2 at the moment. That's how I'm looking at it. So I'm looking at 1, 2 completely different players, but That's how I'm going. And then everyone else, Ivan Toney and all those Ollie Watkins and everybody else, they're just down the list further and further. If we could really go for somebody, I would go for Haaland, but we're never going to get Haaland at Arsenal, unfortunately, because we're just not going to spend that type of money. But yeah, big up to the people in the chat. Most of the best players in the league come from foreign leagues. Kevin De Bruyne, Salah, Son, Aubameyang. Let me tell you this. Kevin De Bruyne was at Chelsea at a young age. I get that. He came all the way from the Belgium league. Salah definitely came outside of the league. Son definitely came outside of the league. Aubameyang definitely came outside of the league. But my point is, if we're going to get a young player and we're going to take a risk on them, I get that. But if we're going to bring in a 27-year-old from Italy in the gentleman that I was speaking about, no, Andrea Belotti is not the one. That's why I was saying Andrea Belotti is going to take a time to adjust, not Son, Saka, Aubameyang, and these guys, because they're majority of them came in when and they're highly touted. Andrea Belotti, not as well known as Kevin De Bruyne. Everybody wanted Kevin De Bruyne. Everybody wanted Salah when he was over in when he first was playing in what's the club called that Salah played at before he went to Chelsea? Starts with a B. I'm blanking right now. But yeah, everybody wanted him. And when it comes to Aubameyang and Son was a good scouting from Tottenham. I'll give it to them. And Aubameyang, everyone already knew Aubameyang is a world-renowned striker before he came. We need an experienced striker because our squad is young. Fergie quoted, "Kids cannot win a league." That's true, but the opportunity that we are trying to get, we're trying to find our way. We're trying to find ourselves in a pocket between the current teams that are good and the teams that will be good in the future. You need to find players in that age gap to take advantage when City and Liverpool fall off. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for players to take advantage when City and Liverpool fall off. That's what it is. That's what it is. Anyways, moving on to the next topic, because we've spent a lot of time talking about Belotti. Let's talk about the next topic. Ooh, this one hurts, guys. This one hurts. If you guys heard, Luis Suarez came out and told us the truth. Yes. Luis Suarez came out yesterday and said the truth about what happened with the Liverpool-Arsenal transfer. He personally wanted the transfer to happen. Luis Suarez confirmed that he wanted to join Arsenal after the cheeky bid came in of 400 million. 40 million and £1 bid came in. Luis Suarez did not want to join Arsenal. Luis Suarez confirmed he did want to join Arsenal from Liverpool thing after the infamous bid came in. But the thing is, after that bid came in, Liverpool felt so disrespected by the bid that it didn't want to happen. His exact words was, "I think I'd have been at Liverpool for years and a half when Brendan Rodgers took charge in 2012. Back then, I had an opportunity to sign for other clubs. We were getting in contact with me, but he phoned me and called me on my trip in Uruguay on holiday and told me that he had some plans and everything else. And Brendan Rodgers basically tried to convince him to stay." So here's Luis Suarez's words. 1 second. Let me just get this and show you guys what he said. So he was speaking about Brendan Rodgers and he was speaking about the whole opportunity Arsenal could have got Luis Suarez. Yes, it was a difficult time, but I genuinely believe if we would have got Suarez, we would have won the league. I really do believe we would have won the league if we would have got Luis Suarez. At the time, Luis Suarez wanted to join us. Luis Suarez said he was interested in joining us. It was crazy. It was crazy. I think Luis Suarez would have definitely joined Arsenal at the time if it wasn't for some intimating circumstances. So here is what actually took place in this situation. So listen to this.
Arsene Wenger was told Liverpool would not be able to block a transfer if they bid more than £40 million. And even though the Anfield club did exactly that, Suarez actually hoped to get the transfer in order to guarantee Champions League football. Speaking to UEFA.com, he revealed, "I think I'd been at Liverpool for a year and a half when Brendan Rodgers took charge in July 2012. Back then, I had opportunities to sign for other clubs who were getting in contact with me, but he phoned me when I was in Uruguay on holiday to tell me that he had another way of thinking. That he wanted to change the club and its philosophy. That he wanted the club to get back in the Champions League and fight to win big trophies. That he was going to make the team play great football. He asked me to believe and trust him. I enjoyed that chat. I liked his conviction, the philosophy he wanted to implement at the club. So I talked to my agent and the club to say that I didn't want to leave, that I wanted another opportunity to be successful at Liverpool.
So basically, Brendan Rodgers convinced Luis Suarez to stay at Liverpool, even though Luis Suarez wanted to leave Liverpool because they did not qualify for Champions League. If Luis Suarez would have joined us in 2013, I genuinely believe we would have went on to win the league. What do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know if you're watching on the playback or if you're watching live right now, guys. If Luis Suarez would have signed in 2013, would we have won the league the next year? I genuinely believe we would have won the league. I don't know about you guys. Past is the past. We don't care. Okay. The reason why it's today's news is because Luis Suarez was speaking about it. But anyways, I'll keep it moving since you guys don't want to talk about that much. But yeah, let's keep it moving on to the next topic. The next topic is about Luka Jovic. Yes, Luka Jovic, Lacazette out, Luka Jovic in. That is what they're saying. They're saying Luka Jovic could be joining Arsenal this January. Apparently, he's been offered to the club. The club have been offered Luka Jovic's services for the upcoming transfer window. Will we take it? Will we not? I don't know. At the moment, all I want to know is, do you guys think Luka Jovic is the type of striker that we need? A guy who has failed in his 2 years at Real Madrid, has succeeded very well over there in Germany. Could we have another situation on our hands with similar to Timo Werner, where the player just performed very well in Germany, but outside of the Bundesliga cannot perform to the level that he needs to perform at? I personally like Luka Jovic. I think we were linked to him before he joined them, and it's like it's a difficult one because he's still of a young age. He's 23 years old. He's 23 years old. Let's remember that. 23 years old. And at Benfica, he didn't get to play much, so we didn't get to see much of him there. Before, when he was in the Serbian league, we didn't get to see much of him there. But when he went to the Bundesliga, in his 3 years in the Bundesliga, he had 8 goals in 2017-18. He had 17 goals in 18-19 season. Plus, in the Europa League, he had another 10 goals in the Europa League. So in that league season in 2018-19, man had easily over almost 30 plus goal contributions. So a guy who almost reached 30 goals in one season got bought by Real Madrid and has never seen those numbers again. He hasn't even played more than 8 games for Real Madrid. Is Luka Jovic the guy that we want? Is Luka Jovic actually an upgrade to Lacazette? Is Luka Jovic even good enough to play at these type of clubs? Real Madrid, Arsenal, anything else? No. I genuinely feel like Luka Jovic, he needs to go back to Bundesliga, to a smaller club in the Bundesliga, get his form back, and maybe then he can push for a bigger move. Or maybe go to Italy. But if he came to Arsenal, I don't know. Let me just show you guys his numbers since being at Real Madrid. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked. Since he's been at Real Madrid, he has played 6 games in the Champions League, right? He has played a couple games in the league, right? He's played less than 25 games in the league, right? He's played in the cup competitions. As a striker, in his career at Real Madrid, has 2 goals. I'm sorry. Even though he's 23 years old, you got to be producing more than that. You got to be producing more than that. Even if you're in one of the best teams. Like every time we bought a reject from Real Madrid or something like that, they at least were somebody who was getting involved in the game, getting involved in the play. Nah, man. I don't know about you guys, but Luka Jovic is not the one. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. People in the comment section saying Luka Jovic is a Lacazette downgrade, bro. I agree. I wouldn't go for Luka Jovic, not good enough. I agree. I definitely agree. Luka Jovic, just looking at the underlying statistics, I don't think even analytics is on his side. So definitely not. No, Suarez don't win us the league in 2013-14. We lack the midfield. Okay. We go for crap players now. Shame. Yeah, definitely a shame, man. Same here. You don't okay. Break the bank. If Lacazette replacements break the bank, not a fucking downgrade. Shame. Yes, I agree with you, Cam Cam. Man said, "Wow, William and what? What are you chatting about?" Okay, let's move on from this Real Madrid reject to another to Lacazette. Let's talk about Lacazette. What do you guys want to do with Lacazette? Because Lacazette is being linked to all sorts of clubs. Lacazette's even being linked to Atletico Madrid. They're saying Lacazette could go to Atletico Madrid. I want to know, guys, Lacazette, do you want him to leave in January or do you want him to leave in the summer? Let me know. Lacazette in January or in the summer? Because for me, Lacazette has to go eventually. But would you go? Yo, that's a shout. Tim, I actually would take Rafinha. Rafinha's a baller. Rafinha's a baller. He is levels above a lot of our players. Levels above a lot of our players. Rafinha is one of the best players in the Premier League outside of the top 6. No joke. No joke. Who is better, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Arteta? We already know Arteta is better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can't even do nothing with such a world-class team. Get out of here, bro. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is trash. Arteta might not be the best manager right now, but he's still starting up. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has more than 10 years experience as a manager. Stop comparing. Even people who are Arteta out will tell you that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is dead. Do we get money for him in January? I think we would. I think we would get money for him in January. If we did let him leave in January, we would get some money for him. Lacazette would actually garner maybe 15, 20, 10, between 10 to 20, in my opinion. That's how much he would garner in cash. And would you rather have Lacazette be available for the AFCON period, or would you have Lacazette be sold in January, knowing that he's going to be running out his contract anyways? Personally, for me, just keep him until the end of the season. Let him leave. And at the end of the season, he can go. He can get a sign-on bonus for his next club. Let him do what he wants to do then. For now, I'm good. Rafinha is a bad boy. Yeah, I know. Rafinha is a bad boy. Do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button while you guys are here. And let's keep it moving on to the next story. But guys in the chat, let me know. Are you selling Lacazette now or are you keeping him? Let me know in the chat. Are you selling him now or are you keeping Lacazette past the January window all the way until the end of the season? Because I need to know this. I need to know. Are you guys keeping Lacazette? Because certain man said they might keep him, And I said, if you want to keep him, you can keep him, but he's leaving for free at the end of the season. And I don't mind if he leaves on a free at the end of the season. I personally don't mind that. I just don't want him to be staying at the club past that. I don't really care about all this. Oh, he makes the players better. He has a good attitude in the dressing room. No, none of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, you can buy someone else with a good attitude in the dressing room. You could have someone with a good attitude in the dressing room who starts week in, week out. Right? You don't need someone with good attitude in the dressing room who doesn't play. What value do they bring to you if they have good attitude in the dressing room but they don't play a game? They're just literally there for vibes. I don't need guys for vibes, man. Come on. Yeah, we're keeping him. If it's only around 10 million, then keep. Okay. Yeah, definitely keep. Okay. Moving on to the good stuff. Marco Asensio. What are we saying about Marcos Asensio? Because after he got injured in preseason against us, actually, in preseason a couple years ago in America, he has had an up and down couple years. He's been up and down over the past couple years. And Marcos Asensio is absolutely a baller. He is a baller. He's a nice left winger, 25 years old. He has played at Real Madrid his whole entire life, pretty much. He is the number 11 currently for Real Madrid, and Liverpool are also after him. Liverpool are looking at him as another one of those sneaky signings that they might make. And Liverpool are good at making signings. Liverpool are really good at getting their players that they need and sneaking in there and getting those good players. I generally feel like if we do get this guy and we get an opportunity to sign him, he would be a sneaky buy. He could be a sneaky buy because our left wing doesn't have an out-and-out starter week in, week out. Who's starting there? Emil Smith-Rowe? Pepe? Martinelli? Aubameyang sometimes? Sometimes we're not even going with a left wing. So I want to know. Does this make sense? If we're going to go with a front three, it definitely makes sense. Marcos Asensio, let's look at the underlying stats. Let's look at the stats to see what he's been doing statistically, because obviously we need to see what kind of player he is, how he's getting involved. Now, I'll tell you this right now. He has not been lighting it up, to say the least. As a winger, he's not producing outstanding numbers. He's chipping in with 4-3, 5-2, 5-3. Like, I don't know. Marcus Asensio's name is very, very big, but he gets injured a lot. You're right. He does get injured a lot. His injury history in 2019-18, he only played 9 games. But guess what? That was only the one injury that he had in his career, I think. I don't think he gets injured that often. I'm looking at his injury history. Let's look at his injury history. Injury history. You think his injury history is that bad? I'm looking at it right now. It's not that bad. Bro, his injury history is amazing, actually. He hasn't been injured that much in his career. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm looking at it right now. He does not get injured that often. He's only had one major injury. Look at this. So in his career, from when he started till now, he had one season where he had a cruciate ligament injury, where he missed 200 days and 39 games, which is a whole season. Since then, he's only missed 3 games, right? For his whole career before then, he had a fitness injury once. He had a muscle injury once where he missed 9 games. He had another muscle injury, a minor knock, but he had not actually missed that many games. And in those seasons, he actually played a lot of games. Look at this. In those seasons, he actually played. Oh, what happened? In those seasons, he actually played a lot of games. If you look at the games played in his career at Real Madrid, you can see 23, 32, 39, 35, 9. He has played a lot of games, and this is a 25-year-old's left winger, right? Or left midfielder, whatever you want to call him. I don't think he gets enough goals and assists as an out-and-out winger, but we'd be looking at him as another player to bring into the squad. I don't know what you guys think. Looking at his numbers, it is kind of underwhelming. It is very underwhelming. But if we look at Saka's numbers, it's very underwhelming also. But we know how good Saka is. So I need your judgment on this, guys. Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Let me know in the chat right now. Thumbs up or thumbs down on not Bukayo Saka. On Asensio. Thumbs up or thumbs down on Asensio. Let me know in the chat right now what you guys are saying. Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down on Marcos Asensio? I've broken it down for you guys. I've told you guys what you need to know. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Cam is saying he's been shit and Egal bun him off. Oh man. Okay. Ousmane Dembele. It's too expensive, man. And he's very injury prone. Pate barely got injured. Then he got to us. That's true. That's true. Okay, so we got thumbs down, shit. If it's a loan, you'll take it. Okay, how about this? Thumbs up or thumbs down if it's a loan? Thumbs up or thumbs down if it's a loan? Let me know. Let me know in the chat right now. And if you're watching on the playback, let me know. Would you take Marcos Asensio? What is Asensio, Egal? A goal scorer or an assister, playmaker? Pepe gets a lot of critiques, yet he is outscored these mans. Yeah, definitely. Listen, all these guys they were linked to, you're right. Pepe has outscored them. In that sense, we shouldn't look at them, right? That's a good point, Jonathan. 100% good point. What is Asensio good at? I need to ask a Real Madrid fan. So I'm going to get a Real Madrid fan and ask them about that, figure out what he's actually good at. Egal, then talk about Dembele. You want to talk about Dembele? We got to talk about Ceballos first. Okay, let's talk about Dembele. What is Dembele done? You want Dembele? Eh? Let's look at Dembele stats. Dembele stats are shit. Dembele stats are trash, Yo, we make fun of Pepe, but look at the Ousmane Dembele stats. Look at Ousmane Dembele stats. Yo, man's numbers are garbage. We make fun of Pepe, but yo, man can't stay healthy. Oh my days. Man played 5 games in one season, 17 in the other. Played 30. Yo, that's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. We make fun of Pepe, but Pepe's stats are clear of all these guys. Actually crazy. We make fun of Pepe, but Pepe's numbers are actually clear of some of these guys. All right? Pepe scoring like 6 goals in the Europa League, though. People call him a Europa League stat merchant. You know what that means, man? People don't watch these other leagues. Dembele, nah, the chat was talking about Dembele. Are you talking about the striker, Dembele? Nah, that guy's dead. You don't want Dembele. I'm telling you right now. You guys want the striker, Dembele. That Dembele is dead, bro. That Dembele is dead. He's barely he scored 5 goals in 2 years, bro. Man scored 5 goals in 2 years, and you guys want him as your striker? Nah, get out of here. 5 goals in 2 years. You want this guy? 5 goals in 2 years. Man's 25 years old. He scored 16 goals in 2019-20 season. Since then, he's only scored 5 goals. What did he do in the Champions League? Yeah, he scored another 3 goals in the Champions League. Okay. What did he do in Atletico Madrid? Man couldn't even get game time at Atletico Madrid. Lacazette would be starting week in, week out at Atletico Madrid. Come on. Egal. Is it Egal's Discord? Yeah, bro. It's one of my guys. He made this Discord, and we run in there. It's an Arsenal Discord. If you guys want to join it, you can join it. It's called Gunner World. You can jump in there. I put my links to my videos in there sometimes, and we have some discussions in there. So come join that chat, that Discord. I was talking about Ousmane Dembele. Yeah, I spoke about Ousmane Dembele. His numbers are trash. No to all current Dembeles. I agree, unless it's Ndembele. There you go. Tottenham's Ndembele. That's the only good Dembele. Talk about Ousmane Dembele. I know. Now, moving on to the final topic of the day. Would you guys take back Dani Ceballos? Personally, for me personally, I don't want Dani Ceballos because this is all he does. When I spin my head right round, Dani Ceballos, right round, Dani Ceballos. That's Dani Ceballos for you guys. That's all he does. Dani Ceballos will receive the ball on the half turn, spin around again, spin around a third time, spin around a fourth time, spin around a fifth time. He'll just keep spinning around until he finds a possession where he can pass the ball. The man does stuff for aesthetics. Dani Ceballos is aesthetically pleasing to a certain degree, but he's not a really technically skilled footballer when it comes to how he progresses the ball. He's thinking too much. Make things simple for yourself. When you receive the ball in the half turn, you look where you're going to go. You look again, you receive the ball, and then you try to make the pass. If the passes, or if you're orchestrating the passes, that's when you start spinning. You look, he's gone. You look, he's gone. And then you have nowhere to pass it to. And you start spinning around in circles. Dani Ceballos just spins around in circles. I'm not going to call him a spinning top anymore. I'm just going to say this. We've had 2 years of this. We didn't want to buy him. Why are we trying to look at him now? This is a lack of planning, lack of organization at the club, lack of expectations from this club. Why are we going back to Dani Ceballos? It makes no sense. We have a midfield issue. We already know that. We have guys like Mohamed Eleney whose contract's running down, and he might be leaving to Turkey anyways. So why are we going for Dani Ceballos? Why? I don't want Dani Ceballos. I don't want Dani Ceballos anywhere near this club anymore. The experiment has already failed. We don't need to go through it again. Why do we need to go through the Dani Ceballos experiment again? It's failed twice. He did well. He helped us win the FA Cup. Thanks for the memories. But I'm sorry, mate. Time to go. For me, thumbs down. I like the guy, but thumbs down. Sorry, bro. What do we say? Yeah, he spins around. Hell no, he's shit. Egal, who do you think a top striker is in the new age of football? What do you mean by top striker? Do you mean like Holland? Of course. Like Holland is the youngest up and coming best striker in the world right now. Him and I don't consider Mbappe a striker, but if you want to consider Mbappe a striker, Mbappe, Holland, they're up and coming great strikers. So guys like that. Lakonga or Shaka? Question mark. I start both of them when Pate's out for Afcon and Eleney's gone. I start Lakonga and Shaka together. What are we saying? Yeah, he spins around. Man saying, "You spin my head right round." Oh my days. Yeah, you called Ceballos a spinneroonie. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely not. We sign any of these guys you mentioned. We're going backwards as the club and recruitment. Definitely agree. We noticed Brentford players might be able to come on. Definitely agree. Holland one day. Egal, I'd rather consider Mbappe. I consider Mbappe a striker. I meant like an age bracket between 20 to 23. I would have to look at the players, man. You're kind of catching me a little bit off guard when you're saying just name them off the top of your head. It's not easy. It's not like I have a catalog of names of players that I'm just thinking are top 20 or top 10 in the world. When I think of young strikers, I think of the guy. I have to think, is the guy at Dortmund a top striker? Go to Dortmund. Dortmund players. They have that guy, Holland, obviously. They have the guy at Leipzig. What's his name? Um, the guy at Leipzig who killed it in the Euros. What's his name again? They have what's his name? What's his name? Not Paulson. Paulson's not that good. I'm talking about the guy who was playing for one of the one of the Slovakian countries. Ah man, how am I blanking on this? Oh no, he doesn't even play there anymore. Yo, did Leipzig sell all their strikers? What the hell's going on? Leipzig sold all their strikers? You know what the crazy thing is though? If you look at world football right now, some of the best strikers in the world are underwhelming. Majority of them are underwhelming. There's no one really putting up the numbers of the level of like strikers used to do back in the day. These strikers are underwhelming. But yeah, Dani Ceballos, big thumbs down. Everyone disagrees. Everyone says Dani Ceballos is not that good. But the reports is Arsenal could re-sign Dani Ceballos. Yes, it says Arsenal could re-sign Dani Ceballos. Why? I can't tell you. Why we would do this? I can't tell you. But guess what? That is what the reports say also. Anyways, cause for is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? Mohamed Elneny will be leaving the club 110% this summer. Mohamed Elneny is out of the club this summer 110%. He will be leaving this summer. This summer, Mohamed Elneny will be leaving. I will always remember him for that goal against Barcelona and in the Europa League. But my guy, Mohamed Elneny, you're a good guy. Have yourself a good time. I'm not going to make fun of Mohamed Elneny. Mohamed Elneny is a nice guy. Mohamed Elneny is a nice guy. But we have too many nice guys at Arsenal. We need some rough guys. We need some guys break up some people's faces. That's what we need. So yeah. The guy from Fiorentina. Oh, Vlahovic. Vlahovic is a good shout. You got Vlahovic, Alexander Isaac. You got Haaland, Mbappe. You got depends if you classify some of these other guys strikers. Oh, Patrick Schick. There you go. Good one. Patrick Schick is a good one. But yeah, Mohamed Elneny's out, and Jonathan says very, very good that Mohamed Elneny's gone. And then finally, last but not least, what are we going to talk about for the last story of the day? Ooh. I got a question for you guys. A genuine question for everybody in the chat. Do you think Stan Kroenke will end up selling Arsenal Football Club now that he has a financial issue over there in LA? Stan Kroenke has a big issue on his hands. If you guys don't know, Stan Kroenke's in a little bit of trouble. He's in a little bit of trouble. He had the NFL cover the court case fees for his LA Rams against the city of St. Louis, against St. Louis, right? Saint, because they originally used to be called the San Diego. Was it St. Louis or San Diego? Was it San Diego or what was it? St. Louis. I thought it was St. Louis Rams. Yeah, it was the St. Louis Rams, right? And then they moved to LA, and now there's a court case going on between St. Louis and the NFL. And the NFL lost the court fight over the relocation of the St. Louis Rams. Okay? So now that they've lost the court fight, the other NFL owners are now upset with Stan Kroenke and refuse to pay the fees over or at least 1 billion in damages that will have to be sought for the loss of St. Louis Rams for relocating the team. Stan Kroenke will have to pay this. The NFL will have to pay this. The other NFL owners do not want to chip in to Stan Kroenke and everything going on. So it's a situation now where he has the other 29 owners of the NFL pissed off at him because he relocated the team without due diligence, without getting it run past the city, and the city sued him. The NFL lost the lawsuit, and now he's saying he's not going to chip in to help pay for the lawsuit. He's saying it's the NFL as an old government body has to cover the fees. And now he is in big trouble. Stan Kroenke could, one, get kicked out of the league and be forced to sell his team. Two, just have to pay off the 1 billion himself. Or three, the NFL ends up budging and they help him out pay off some of the fees. But he's going to have to still pay some of the fees. Will he end up selling the Rams? I don't know. Will he end up selling Arsenal to help fund the paying off of these issues? Maybe. But the other bigger issue is they're going to be checking his financial records. They're going to be checking into his dealings to see if he's ever done anything dodgy. His level of security and safety might be in jeopardy. And Stan Kroenke himself will be running into some issues. I personally believe Stan Kroenke will somehow budge and just end up paying off whatever he needs to pay off. And he'll say, I'm sorry, and everything will be back to normal. But at this moment, he has to pay $1 billion lawsuit off. The NFL owners are all pissed off at him. And everybody in the NFL knows Stan Kroenke is a terrible owner. To me, if he sells Arsenal, he's just gonna have to worry about everything over there. Please sell the club, but will he sell the club? Probably not. Probably not. Let's be honest. He probably won't sell the club, but he's going through some financial difficulties. It's not enough to make him bankrupt. The only way I can see him selling the club at the moment would be if he became bankrupt. But the Missouri courts have denied the NFL's bid to move the Rams trial, and they've now lost the trial, and the relocation case will be ruled later this week, and we'll see what happens for the rest of the trial. It's still ongoing. The rest of the stuff will be going on this week, but at the moment, the NFL tried to change the date of the court date. They were unable to change the date. It looks like the court date will continue to happen this week, even though the NFL might not have enough evidence to help them get through the situation. And if they do end up losing the lawsuit, over £1 billion will have to be paid by Stan Kroenke and the other NFL owners. And Stan Kroenke has now pissed off his fellow co-owners, and they have enough power to maybe get him out of the league. This could be big news for Arsenal. Let's see what you guys are saying about this. You guys are still talking about strikers, Victor Osimhen, and everything else, but I'm moved on to the thing. Ali says like the video. Dan Gote has to come in and buy it now. He's got the money. I hear that. But yeah, guys, that's enough for today. I gotta go. I have to go eat and watch some of these Champions League games. You have yourselves a wonderful night. I'll be back tomorrow with the actual show with everybody else. Let me know, guys. Do you prefer the shows by myself, or do you prefer it when I have the panel and we talk? Because I can't always have the panel on. But if you guys prefer it when I have a panel, I'll continue to do it with the panel. But if you prefer it with just myself, let me know in the chat also. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. Kroenke out. Hopefully we win against Watford. And you know what? I'll be back tomorrow for the Premier League prediction show. And you have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. You already know what it is on the Kitty G show. And we're out. Peace. Guys, the Kitty G, and we're back again with... Oh, by the way, all 16 of you guys in the chat, do me a favor. When the video ends, please do me a favor and leave a comment down below on what you think. Okay? Have yourselves a great day. I'm out of here. Guys, the Kitty G, and we're back again with another video. And today what we're going to be talking about is Lacazette. Lacazette could be leaving the club this January window, and you know what, he could be ending up in Spain. And you know what, we might be going to Spain to actually get his replacement, but from Real Madrid. Luka Jovic has been offered to the club with a possible loan deal with an option to buy. We will try to look at that and see what happens there. Also, Dani Ceballos could be making a return. Would you want Dani Ceballos to return to Arsenal? Let me know in the comment section right now. Also, we've been linked to Marcos Asensio, which was a wonder kid at Real Madrid. Absolutely was on fire, left winger, and we could need some help in that left wing. Bukayo Saka also spoke about the new revelation signing the goalkeeper, the man himself, Aaron Ramsdale. Tell me what you think about Aaron Ramsdale. Will Saliba ever play and kick a ball for Arsenal Football Club? Will he ever come back and play for Arsenal Football Club? That is the question we're going to be talking about today and more. In addition to that, we're also going to be looking at Eleney. Will he be leaving the club in January? And finally, we're going to be talking about Andrea Belotti, the Italian striker linked to Arsenal today. All this and more. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen.